春分那天，家父被人刺杀。叔父担心我落子下场，他寻遍了天下，终于在荆州城内找到了一个8岁的男童，去样貌和我酷似，把他带回府中秘密训练。这就是今天的影子。
参见主公。
卦象已动，7日时辰，水漫则生。
荆州一日不收，沛国谈何太平？
你有没有把握胜过杨仓手里的刀？
旗开得胜。
你说我有影子，是对是错？我找到你娘了。
娘！都督答应放我走的。
我才是沛国的爹。
没有真身，
何来影子？
Shadow is an action movie directed by Chinese director Zhang Yimou. This movie told a story happened during ancient China about a person called Jin Zhou, who was a stunt double for the governor called Dudu, and all the conspiracy behind it. Shadow was presented at the beginning of the 75th Venice International Film Festival. My first impression of this movie was absolutely amazed by the tone of this movie. The whole movie, except the color of skin and blood, was all in black, white, and gray. Everything was in a cold tone. This kind of tone turned the whole movie into a piece of Chinese wash painting. But it's also corresponding with the title, Shadow, because that is how shadow looks like, colorless, only black and white, and with no emotion. The use of music is what I'm really interested in. There aren't many background music in this movie. However, the music did appear at the right time and the place. In particular, when the real governor found out Jin Zhou and his wife Xiao Ai had fallen in love, he confronted with Xiao Ai by playing the instrument they both good at. The difference in tones well presented the confronting situation. Meanwhile, it corresponds with the fight that Jin Zhou had with the enemy, and finally resulted as one side winning the confront. The other interesting technique is Zhang Yimou used shots that have barriers between the camera and the character. The characters who was behind those barriers all have something in common. They had their own conspiracy and secret. When the emperor was talking with his sister, he was behind the barrier because he already knows that Jingzhou was a stunt double for that governor. He's planning to replace that old governor with Jingzhou, since he already knows that he is trying to take over the throne. Another thing, Jingzhou was behind the screen as the general finished talking with the real governor. The shadow and his body overlapped each other, and the general was also looking at him at the other side of the screen. They all had something that they couldn't tell, but as the general walked out from the screen, the barrier between them was suddenly broke, and it was the time they officially start fight alongside. However, there was still something which the movie didn't please the audience. There are a lot of use of still camera, which virtually slowed down the progress of the movie. A lot of audience did say that it makes them sleepy, but in my opinion, the use of still camera contrarily helped with the plot, because the beginning of the movie was all about setting up the conspiracy, and the still camera actually helped to focus audience attention in the conversation and postures of the character, and also to contrast with the storm that were growing steadily behind. At last, Zhang Yimou left us with an opening end. It was repeated at the start of the movie and the end. The reason of this was to left blank, which was a technique that used in Chinese painting. The white space on the picture scroll can make the audience start guessing about what will appear in those blank space, which enriches the content. The movie suddenly stopped with Xiao Ai running panically towards the gate and staring outside. Nobody knows what exactly happened out there.